What's up my loves, my name is Paige, this is Paige with the Page, and today we're going to be doing the quarter year crisis tag. This is just a quick little video as I need to film this within 10 minutes to be able to get to work on time. But I was tagged by Aoife from Pretty Purple Polka Dots to do this tag, which was originally created by Roisin's reading. And so I will have 2 videos coming out during this month that will go into my reading statistics in a lot more detail and also how my goals are going. But this tag is essentially just encompassing the mid-year check-in tag and sort of just giving some prompts and areas that might not be fully discussed in either of those videos. So the first question is, how many books have you read this year so far? So I'm doing my cutoff at March. I am filming this on the 7th of April, but at the end of March I had read 60 books on the dot. Wow. 30 of those were Animorphs. So half my reading has been Animorphs and half of it has been other things. Question number 2 is, have you already found a book you think might be a 2022 favorite? If not, what was your favorite book you read that wasn't quite a 5-star read? So for that, I have found a favorite, but it's no surprise, and that's Electric Idol by Katie Robert. This is the second in the Dark Olympus series and I absolutely adore this series. So no surprises that this will probably be on my top 10 favorites of the end of the year, but I will probably combine it with Wicked Beauty, which is the third one that comes out in June. It just, Katie Robert in general is going to be in my top 10, but this book in particular, I absolutely adored it. I had so much fun. A marriage of convenience trope that I didn't know I needed in my life. Question 3 is, any 1-star books or your least favorite book of the year? So I have not given out any 1 or 2 stars so far. I have given 1 3-star and quite a few 3.5s, but the 3-star one was The Librarian by Sally Vickers. This just, I knew it going in. It was the lowest rated on my Goodreads that I physically owned, so didn't surprise me. It was still okay, just I really saw so much potential for it following a children's librarian, and she goes to a small town and starts engaging the teachers at the school to engage reluctant readers, and it was really beautiful. And then it goes in a separate direction looking at her having an affair with a married man, and it just wasn't great on that front. So I gave it a 3-star because I really enjoyed the first half of the book, but then we detoured and just not so good. Question number 4 is, what is your most read genre so far? So in all technicality, sci-fi, because Animorphs make up 30 of those. I have read 36 sci-fi books in total. If I exclude Animorphs, which I am actually doing a separate spreadsheet for so I can keep a track of my non-Animorphs statistics and see how badly Animorphs actually skew it, I have read 14 fantasy, so that would be my highest read genre, and that's pretty usual. I do read a lot of fantasy. I'm not one to break it down into tiny little subsections, so fantasy it is. Question number 5 is a book that surprised you, and I should have known, but Aoife from Pretty Purple Polka Dots recommended I read Asking for It by Louise O'Neill this year, and holy shit, this is on par with Electric Idol. I just didn't want to double up, but this hit hard. I loved it. 5-star read, absolutely fantastic. I am in awe, and I knew that I was going to enjoy it. It's following a hard-hitting contemporary topic that I'm a sucker for because I like being hurt. But this just blew me out of the water and completely surprised me at how exceptionally well it was done. And I had also heard not great things of Louise O'Neill's The Surface Breaks, so I had become a little bit apprehensive of it, but this, masterpiece for me. Question number 6 is a book that's come out in 2022 already that you want to read but haven't yet, and I'm going with Delilah Green Doesn't Care by Ashley Herring Blake. Ashley Herring Blake is one of my favorite authors. I still have yet to read all of her backlist, which is why I haven't caved and bought it yet, but goddamn, seeing everyone love it, I want to be there. I want to be reading it. I want to be loving it, and it hurts me that I haven't, but here we are. So I know that I will probably get to it by the end of the year, and we'll see how we go just getting through their backlist as well as this new release. Question number 7 is one goal you made that you're succeeding at. So like I said, I will be doing a full quarter goals check-in, but one goal that I'm succeeding at is 1, the number of books that I've read. I've well surpassed what I normally set at 52, so we're good. But also my advent calendar. So I asked some booktube friends to give me a prompt or a book itself or both, and so I have a whole bingo board, and every month I've been checking off the 2 things and just having a blast with it, and I really appreciate it. And my friends are just fantastic, wonderful people, so I'll leave that video linked up above or down below depending. Yeah, so I've actually made a significant amount of progress keeping on track with where I need to be going with it, so that is super exciting. The next question is one goal you made that you need to focus on. So I'm realizing that my goals do not work succinctly. So I have my series that I want to read, I have a standalone list, and then I have the books that I've hauled previously. None of those overlap well. So I need to focus more on reading my previous hauls. That is something that I want to be doing, as I know it's hard because I know that I have my backlist of everything before I started tracking my hauls, which I want to read. Then I have my hauls that I want to be reading. So I just need to make it a little bit more of a priority so then I can actually be reading through my shelves. And also my Pop Sugar reading challenge, that is needing a little bit more love. I did well in January, I think. I managed to hit off like 6 prompts, and now we're at the point where I need to be reading 1 book a week to be able to play catch up with it, and I am not. So yeah, that one. And then the final question is new to you book community people, so on Bookstagram or Booktubers for 2022 you recommend. So I'm going with Booktubers because I don't actually participate in BookTok or Bookstagram. So the first is this creator of the tag, Rosalind's Reading. I have not seen their channel before, so when Aoife tagged me in it, I was like yes, so I subscribed. I'm really enjoying the content that I have watched so far. The second is Madeline Reads. So they put out the best TBR video, so highly recommend going and checking that out. I just really like the way that they discuss books and their thoughts and semi-kinship of chaos style of video, so I really appreciate that, and again, a lot of fun to watch. Then number 3 is Reading Nymph. I found them through the Magical Readathon TBR video, saw their TBR and thought that that was a really diverse and interesting list, so followed them through for that and can't wait to continue watching more of their content. And then number 4, Laura's Little Library. So I found them through doing a Continuathon this month, and they have recently put out a bullet journal video which is bee themed, and it's just really adorable, so I'm really excited to see more of their content. So those are 4 booktubers that I have recently found and keen to continue on watching their things. So that is the quarter year crisis. I'm only having a mild existential crisis anytime I think of my overlapping goals that don't actually overlap. Aside from that, we're doing okay. I know that I set these like really far-fetched goals and then I make it happen somehow. It takes me about 4 days to put a TBR together now to make sure I'm hitting all my readathon prompts and goals, and occasionally we've been a little bit slacky, but we'll get there, it's fine. Let me know in the comments what's a 2022 release that you have wanted to read yet, or but haven't yet got to, and or how your reading's going in general for this quarter. Is there anything that you're having a crisis about? And hopefully we can support one another in the comments. If you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!